Hi folks, this is Danny at Bradley James Classics, and today I'm bringing you something quite special. Now, classic car garage with one of these S-Class Mercedes you're thinking, but actually this is a very valued customer of ours has asked us to help him find the new owner of his simply stunning Mercedes-Benz S500L. L stands for limousine. 500 is actually a 5.5 litre V8, which is simply awesome. Now, we've literally just had this car in, and ironically we've just washed it round the corner, and actually driving it a few yards has splashed a bit of mud up the side, I'm afraid. So I'm going to ask you to take my word on this, that this car cleans up beautifully. The bodywork on the car is stunning, and there's a lot of bodywork. The car's covered 82,000 miles, and what sets this particular stunning example of the S-Class apart is the remarkable specification. Now, these cars vary so much because I guess the popular money goes on the smaller engine diesels. But I promise you, if you drove one of these back to back with the diesel equivalent engine, there's only one car you'd want to be driving home. Now, obviously, you don't buy the 500 for fuel economy. You drive it because you want to be driving one of the best cars in the world, arguably. Just out of interest, the owner of the car bought this as a stopgap between two superb top cars, and he said that the car itself was stunning to drive, lovely to own, and the specification on this car, I think, really does set it out from the others. If you look at the logbook today, you'll see that it's had two previous owners to my customer who has owned this car, and he bought it from a specialist dealer. Majority of the time it was owned by a lady who lived in West London, and I kind of get the impression, because of the specification, I'm wondering if she did more miles sitting in the back than she did the front. You'll see what I mean in a minute when we go and have a look at the spec. Now, this car comes with a receipt for almost £1,700 because the MOT has just been done recently, and actually it's had let me have a look, replacement rear tyres, it's had a shock absorber, ball joint done, and a suspension strut and a spring link, and here we talk about this new tyre, which is a 19-inch, and that little lot came for £1,700. So that's literally just been done. It's been serviced recently as well. The car does have its full service history. It comes with 2 keys. It has all the dealer manuals telling you what's what. I'm going to show you inside the specification, but before I do, there's a few details. You'll notice these chrome door mirrors, you'll see this limited edition AMG, and you'll see some of the subtle touches inside. You'll see the wheel centers are a little different, and these little chrome pieces, look at these on the rear lights, just set it off to show what a fantastic car it really is. And the personal registration is included in the sale, and quite an interesting one. Now let's open up and see what's what inside. Now look at this wonderful rear entertainment setup. I'm going to pull down the center armrest, and we're immediately going to see that we can control the seats, we can get heat, we can move them backwards and forwards, we can move the sides in, we can control these rear screens. You can plug straight into these rear screens, and you can see the folding armrests in here as well. We've got blinds in the rear and the 2 sides, and we've got the headrests which pop up and down, and you've got, well, it's a limousine class size. And have a quick look at the adjustment here. We can have the seats fanning us, cooling us with air conditioning or heat, and we can move them multi-contour. So absolutely fantastic, and one of the most pleasing places to review of Mercedes is always from behind the wheel, so I'm going to hop inside, and I can honestly say this has got to be one of the classiest interiors in the business. The car itself is absolutely stunning. It's in fantastic condition, and again the same sort of specification for the seats are in the front, of course. So opalescent black, leather passion Sahara beige and black upholstery. We've got active body control suspension. You've got 19-inch AMG wheels. The proximity control is Distronic Plus, which means you can put her into cruise control, and if you get too close to the car in front, the car slows down. Fantastic safety feature. You've got command APS with the hard disk navigation system, multi-contour front seats featuring massage function. You've got the wonderful feature, which I can't show you because it's too light, but I've got a button down here. If I press this button down here, we get night vision. Now, night vision means you get a series of infrared beams shoot out the front of the car, and the camera at the front of the car picks up the additional light and displays what's going on right across the driver's console. The speedo is still displayed underneath, but you can actually see what's happening in the evening. An absolutely remarkable safety feature, unique to these cars. I know you can fit them on some other brands now, but this really is a fantastic feature that Mercedes-Benz worked on here. You've got air conditioning in the rear, you've got keyless go, you've got panoramic sunroofs ×2. You hit a button and shields come over both sides. You've got a reversing camera. You've got an upgraded hi-fi system, which is the Harman Kardon. And just have a quick look at them. Yeah. It sounds incredible, the stereo. You've got TV system in here. Folding tables in the rear, both sides. You've got a DVD changer system. I think I've mentioned the luxury seats, which are heated and ventilated. Sun blinds in the rear we've touched on. My word, the list keeps going on. You've got this beautiful wooden and leather steering wheel. Again, I don't know if you can see just how beautiful that looks. Closing aid for the doors and the boot, so it's like a soft touch when the doors shut. Double glazing. You've got voice control for UK, anti-theft system with tow away, remote boot lid closing, the burr walnut trim, memory rear seats, tyre pressure warning system, beautiful ambient lighting which comes on through here, and you can set up individual features in the control console here. Luxury head restraints for the front seats, garage door opening in the interior mirror, which is a little button up here. You press a button, you can program it or open your garage door. You've got two sets of mats here. You've got some AMG special ones, and you've got the original ones underneath, both immaculate. You've got a spare wheel, which is a mini spare, an ashtray with cigarette lighter in the front. And the one I've got to show you is this car cost 114,000 euros when it was new in mid-2007. So this represents quite good value in the second-hand market, but the car is absolutely stunning. It is immaculate. It drives like it should drive. It's just had a chunk of money, nearly £1,700 spent on it, and I can't tell you how beautiful this thing is to drive. It oozes quality and style. I think anyone who buys this is probably going to agree this is one of the greatest driving cars in the world. I mean, there just isn't anything that isn't impressive on this car, and an absolute pleasure to drive. Let's start her up, and you can just see this screen appears in front of you, and let's just turn this radio down a little. Just take a moment to have a final look around this wonderful interior. These remarkable seats, so comfortable, so grand. I hope that gives you a reasonable idea of just how lovely this Mercedes S-Class is. She's in stock today, folks. Please don't hang around. Cars as wonderful as this don't last long. Take care. Thank you for watching. Bye now.